Oh.
It's a rat. Pigeon. That's a rat. No, it's hamster. It's a rat, of course it's a rat. You have rats in Spain, don't you? Or did Franco have them all shot? It's pigeon. It's a rat. It's not a pigeon, it's a hamster.
But actually, here to tell you all about a series called All About Me. And it was one of the highlights of Going Live, you may remember. And it features, what? God, all sorts of things.
Ah, James Herriot, the very man. May I?
Yes, of course. Evening, Vicar. This is a friend of mine from London. I can't remember his name.
Professor Henderson might drop in to have a cup of tea with his provost. That'd be a happy coincidence, wouldn't it, Brian?
Oh, Brian?
Good evening, and tonight we combine the first day of competition at the Moscow Olympic Games with the highlights of the fourth and final day's play in the Open Golf Championship.
Gone was the posh flocked wallpaper, the velvet drapes and the carpeting. Here it was all peeling paintwork and pipes and props. He could hear the faint smell. No.
There we are, fractured pelvis. Not much more I can do. This sort of thing usually heals itself.
Will you suffer?
I can't remember.
The answer to Paul Merrin is this, David. With our present installations, we could turn around and service perhaps 50% more aircraft than we do at present.
I'm awfully sorry. I was concentrated so hard on my cigarette.
Every presenter's nightmare when you want to press life's rewind button and start all over again. What are those occasions when you find yourself saying what's on your mind instead of what's on your script? It was Sigmund Freud who noticed that there are times when we know we ought to be saying one thing but end up saying something entirely different, known as a Freudian slip. And in this celebration of BBC clangers, who can forget that marvellous moment on Test Match Special when Brian Johnson announced solemnly, "The batsman's holding, the bowler's willy." And even the most accomplished public speakers sometimes discover that their Freudian slip is showing. Our first clip shows Victor Maddern wrapping his tongue around a harmless enough phrase and ending up with something between double Dutch and double entendre. It happened in all shows of that pillar of respectable family viewing, Dixon of Dock Green. Now, the line the man is trying to deliver is Dock Green Nick. Dock Green Nick. Simple, if you say it quickly. Well, Victor went on, by the way, to found a school called Talking Point, dedicated to teaching the art of public speaking and diction. And looking at this next little collection, he'll never be short of pupils.
You worry, Appledine. Where is it? Now, don't just stand there. Get!
I haven't got it, Mr. Nolan.
Now, listen, Weasel. If I don't get that necklace back right now, they'll never be able to put you together again.
I ain't got it. It's down at Dock Green Dick.
You worry, Appledine. Where is it? Now, don't just stand there. Get!
I haven't got it, Mr. Nolan.
Now, listen, Weasel. If I don't get that necklace right now, they'll never be able to put you together again.
But I haven't got it. It's down at Dick Green Dock. Dick Green. What is it called? Dock Green Nick. Dock Green Nick. Can't I just say it's down at the Nick?
There are many who believe that there is far too much politics in local government. I agree. For Liberals and our colleagues in the SDP, Getting things done at local level is what really matters. We are fighting the local elections on Thursday on our election...
Mrs. Barker, what were you actually doing at the time?
I was in the bedroom.
What were you up to? That's an awful question.
This one here, the old one, is going to go up to Durham at the end of this week, and the new replica will be put up on the door round about Easter time. So if you're up in Durham or around the northeast any time, why not go along to the cathedral and see if you can't have a look at the two knockers side by side.
A beautiful pair of knockers.
That's only kiddies' television. How far removed from the life of our own dear Noddy. And while we're casting our eye over the rest of the BBC, we couldn't let those reprobates in the broom cupboard get away scot-free. We've discovered that there's more to Gordon the Gopher and little Ted than meets the eye. It's a dog-eat-dog world behind the crayon facade. Or should I say, dog-eat-gopher.
Oh, you've got an ankle-biting
Right.
Jack Russell.
Zoltan does that if you give him half the chance.
Biting Gordon's ankles right
He
now.
bites your ankles. You find the terriers, they're designed to be nipping dogs, and you find that they do tend to sort of go after ankles. Other dogs that like it very much are dogs like collies that are taught to nip after sheep and things. Occasionally, occasionally